Everyone to Global Markets Radio Week Ahead. I'm your host, Andrew Spanton. Sunday. Lots to talk about. February 26, 2012, 4:40 p.m. Eastern. Markets opening up in 20 minutes. Yen looking weak once again. And the beat goes on. I'll tell you what, if this yen carry trade really starts kicking in gear, and one of the things I was talking about, and I posted some things on Twitter about this, we could be talking about U.S. raising rates sooner than 2014. Just the perception, just the possibility. We've had comments from Bullard, one of the Fed governors, very much against QE3. And ever since the Japanese started their new QE program, it just told the market that, hey, Japan's going to be at lower rates than the U.S. for whoever hell knows how long. And it just seems like that's the spark. And if you start getting a widening in JGB yields in Japan with the U.S., where, hey, they might raise rates in the U.S., maybe 2013. The numbers out of the U.S. starting to kick in gear. I mean, I can't tell you they're bad. They are. They're not good. We got big numbers coming up this week, too. Lots of other things going on. But I just think the perception that the U.S. economy is getting on stable ground, the election coming up is going to get things starting to go. We're now getting to the 6-month point in June, but, it's getting closer. And if the U.S. starts getting their act together, this dollar yen really is just starting to go. Look at the weekly chart. Look at 5 years. I'm telling you, people, this thing says 85 written all over it. Easy. And when you take a look at this downtrend channel, it's broken out, gone like the wind. It's hard to pay up. But when this thing finally fibs, it's going to explode. But we've broken through all channel lines. But the next one, bang. So everyone's talking about 82. I understand. But you know what? No matter what, don't get involved on the short side. It's not worth it. My personal opinion to you. This thing, the train has left the station. The momentum's on the upside. Buy on pullback, fine. It goes to 85. You want to sell it? No problem. Now, we do have a lot of different things coming out this weekend. I got to tell you, I think for a reversal, absolutely. 1, 2, possible, bang. We might get to 85 by Wednesday. This thing's getting Momo. Gone. And you look at a lot of the other yen trades, they all look the same. Euro yen to the freaking moon. And that's got a gorgeous channel line. But, people starting to short these things. These things are so oversold for so long in the historical chart, 10-year you're looking at now. And look at this. 3 years we haven't had a big bounce. This thing's going up another 300, 400, 500 pips. Now, it doesn't mean it can't come in. And believe me, I see so many freaking storm clouds on the horizon. I am getting so freaking bearish, but we're going up. Bottom line. Can't fight the tape. Good news, but something's coming. Something's going on in Middle East. The Syrian situation is starting to get steam. The Iranian situations, we got March 5th, Netanyahu coming to the United States. I'm telling you, things in Israel are heating up. This whole Quran situation, I got to tell you. Statements by Abbas, the head of the Palestinians, talking about the Temple Mount, enraging 1.5 billion Muslims. Anything happens to that Temple Mount, if this story catches legs, which I got to tell you, look at this Aussie yen. It's gone to the moon. If this thing catches on, maybe it's going to be a self-fulfilling prophecy. Maybe the Muslims want it to happen, certain parts of certain sects, maybe the Orthodox Jews want it to happen. But the statement by Abbas today to just talk about the possibility that the dome gets blown up will start talk about the Messiah and the book of Revelation. I'm pretty sure. I mean, this is all unbelievable stuff happening right now. That was the seed. And then all of a sudden they say to themselves, and then what's with the Quran burning? I mean, it wasn't the smartest thing in the world to do. You know, it's not like we don't know how important the Quran is to the Muslim faith. It seems like such a setup. Almost like someone's trying to incite it. Someone's trying to make this thing blows up. And there's already been, I think, 7 Israeli soldiers hurt at the shrine or something. So there's so much stuff going on that no one's talking about. And this statement by Abbas could truly, if anything ever happened to that, it would just get all the Messiah people out and the division and uniting the Muslims. So really be careful. Plus, there's a big earthquake alert for California over the next 2 days. Big solar flare apparently came out. So, on top of that, then you have the April elections in Greece. You got the Germans still want. Do you realize there's 160 tax collectors going into Greece? The Greeks are never going to stand for this. The Germans want blood. Look at this sterling yen. Look at this. This thing is gone. Double bottom. Holy gamoly. I'm telling you, oil's going to 200. We're going to explode. All hell's breaking loose in Israel, in the Middle East, Syria. It could even be Assad trying to deflect things. Wouldn't that be brilliant on his part? This is gaining momentum, I'm telling you. And just to talk about that, people, you don't listen to things and you hear it once, that's the seed. Now all of a sudden, something's going on. With the Temple Mount, it's all over. Sterling yen to the moon. Sterling yen, 135, easy. Same channel line as dollar yen. Bang. Should be easy follow through this week, people in the ends. Now again, you got to keep your eye out. I mean, this next month, between all the headlines coming out from Greece, from Germany, the IMF, I mean, they want credible things to be taken care of before they're going to give them the money. This thing is not a slam dunk. And this euro sterling, I think, reverses this week big time. We do have a lot of numbers coming out. G20 obviously was over the weekend, but they got nothing done. They want a backstop. IMF wants to know everything's going to be done their way. This thing is not done. Yes, they're going to get the money. And we should have follow-through because they're going to get something done. But as we know, they've been kicking their feet. The Europeans, just unbelievable how slow, squabbling back and forth. Euro Canada, that's going to reverse this week also, but I think it goes higher. This thing is breaking out. Dollar Canada, I'll tell you, these commodity currencies very much lag on Friday. I think they probably lag a little bit more. Euro Aussie breaking out. This Euro Canada looks like it wants to go maybe to 140. I think we reverse this week, but this dollar Canada, I don't know. But durable goods on Tuesday. All these numbers should probably be good. PMI, we got Beige Book out of the U.S. Beige Book is probably going to be so freaking hot. You get a strong numbers. You get bond yields to perk a late 10-year, well over 2%. You're going to be talking dollar yen to the freaking moon. And I think it's going to be an old-fashioned yen rally where this thing drifts lower, it doesn't collapse, but dollar yen explodes. So by the end of the week, we might even be lower, dollar yen 84, and then all of a sudden this thing comes in the end of the week. But all the numbers, China, retail sales out of Australia this week, big data, and they all look like they're going to be better. And this Aussie, underperforming big time. Certainly a nice little doji last week, but still held nicely, flagging. I think it plays catch-up. You got gold exploding, oil exploding. Stevens out of Australia, saying they're good for 2 years. So maybe you get copper to start rallying. Big bullish position in copper, apparently, hedge funds. But you look at this gold breaking out. 1,800, easy. Crude, I think we go to 115. I think this crude is just gone. And it rightfully should be. 1/3 of the world's oil. Bye-bye. Certainly 115. And I guess that'd be a 2-3 year high. Thank you, Barack Obama. And thank you for apologizing to the Muslims for burning your book. Really great job. He is just dividing this country because even though maybe it's not the worst thing in the world to do, think about how many Americans are saying, what the hell are you doing? How dare you? Don't talk for me, for my country. Right? It's a divisive thing. Even if it's the right thing, it's divisive. And all you see is more division and things coming to a head. I'm telling you, people, this year started off very calmly, but I got a feeling March, all hell's going to break loose. Oh, yeah. And you look at this sterling, it looks good. It's amazing how I can go back and forth. But, hey, got to make money in the process, baby. And, again, unless any of these things happen, the numbers look good. Everything looks good. All the numbers coming out this week should be good. China, they rigged their numbers. We already had HSBC. China PMI now numbers come out. HSBC was pretty decent, 49.7. So I look for China number probably to be better. To the moon, Alice. So, as far as what could we see, obviously U.S. beige book on Wednesday could be much weaker, but all the numbers indicate no. Crude certainly is going to be something that can sap the market. No doubt. But, I'll tell you, the sterling looks good. Nice outside candle. Pole flag. Held the reversal. Strong. But you look, by the way, this Euro Aussie just completely breaking out. Now, this is what makes me nervous. I mean, this thing looks great. And they might hold off the commodity currencies a little bit, and the euro continues to rally. So I just think, when euro gets to 136, which I do think it's going to get, it's just, But this Euro Aussie looks like 130, easy. This thing is gone, breaking out. I think you got to be long the Australian dollar as a hedge. But you look at this euro. Now, not a lot of European numbers coming out per se this week. Yeah, we got German preliminary CPI. It's supposed to rebound, but still. U.S. numbers, durable goods, Case-Shiller, consumer confidence, beige book. And Australia has nice, good numbers also, retail sales. But Chicago PMI. I'm telling you, U.S. GDP is going to be a blowout. I mean, big Wednesday, then claims again on Thursday, nothing on Friday. All these numbers are going to be great. Great, great, great. But it's not about the U.S. It's about the rest of the world. And at some point, these high oil prices are going to hurt other countries too. And it's going to slow down global growth. Now, certainly, we continue to break out. And again, we have another channel line here. But remember, this is the first time on the weekly chart, and everyone's short the Eurodollar, right? We take this out. Now, I think we're probably going to reverse here. But even so, if we take that out and we clear the tower and we close strong, you're looking at 139. Easy. Bang. In your face. And that's where we get the Euro Yen at those certain levels that we had, and even Euro Canada gets there. If they agree to have German tax collectors on Greek soil, boy. But I just see we got the LTRO coming up again. That's going to be $1 trillion. It's going to freak the market out. There's so many storm clouds on the horizon. It's not even funny. But again, I think that we will have a pullback. We will hit 136, 136.50, and then probably have a reversal, and then we'll see. you know. But could this be the week? Absolutely. Is it going to play out how we think? Rarely. But I do think we're certainly going up. That should be the easy trade. And again, the yens, to me, are the easier and better trade. Dollar yen is gone. Look at this Luna yen. Gone. We've shown you this weekly chart before. I've told you this is a blue horseshoe call. Oh, baby. Love it. To the moon. Alice. This chart, easy. 84.50. Another 250 pips. Now, again, if we could just get a little help from dollar Canada, but I don't know. Dollar Swiss looks gorgeous to the downside. I could see dollar Swiss easily hitting 86. Remember that Euro Swiss chart, any break of 120, say good night. And that would bring dollar Swiss with it. Abso-freaking-lutely. It just looks like it wants to melt here. They can't hold it. Maybe they're going to actually let it come in more. Maybe it deserves to be there. I mean, it's a ridiculous number anyway. And they were able to hedge off their positions. So I think the S&P is ready to let it float down to 110. You watch. Any week. Maybe not this week, but it's coming. Kiwi. You'll see. It's going to break. They're not going to be able to hold it. Deutsche Bank. Big report. Kiwi, I like it. I think we pull back maybe, but I think got to BOP it. I think it's broken out. We've taken out the Fibonacci. Numbers have been better. We're flagging above the golden retracement. This thing is gone. To the moon, Alice. Love it. And we'll take a look at the dollar index. Now, again, as far as the beginning of the week, tonight, G20 statements will be coming out. But all in all, the big stuff happens on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. U.S. pending home sales tomorrow morning. Eurozone, not much. New Zealand trade balance was a little light, but no big deal there. And then we start Tuesday. Oh, yeah. And look for durable goods probably to be better. They're ready. The core is looking for up nothing. So certainly should be easy to beat. Big setup. So, and again, one of these weeks we're going to reverse. And I think, to be on the long side, it's the right side. But I think you got to be ready to reverse on any moment. We're coming into March. This week we end the month. Who knows? Maybe they close them strong. And we get a little follow through in the beginning of the month. But certainly that 77 level looks attainable in the dollar index. But we're coming to a reversal. The market's going to be topping out, in my opinion. And again, it's not, if barring any geopolitical macro, everything's good. So it looks to me like this dollar index, certainly now it's coming up on, 77.50. So we break here, maybe hold that channel line, and then we reverse because I just don't see the S&P holding over 1,400, although it does look like we're going to go. S&P looks like it wants to explode. Yeah, it's a little bit of a doji, but it was a new closing high to the moon. And should we clear the tower? It's 1450. Oh, baby. Kill me. It might be. I mean, this thing clears the tower. And I'll tell you what. They could just launch it 35 handles, another 30 handles, and just explode this market. Get it out of the way. And that'll be it. But I still believe that the global recovery is on such shaky ground that anything, something in Iran, any major earthquake, something will just, a house of cards, and things will slow down. And then all dogs and cats living together. Flash crash 2012. Oh, mama. But, you can just wait for that big down day, 500, just keep buying. Sick. All right, everyone. Again, check out some of this news. Really disturbing, in my opinion. But it's just a seed. I'm not saying anything's going to happen tonight, tomorrow, but watch the headlines because you know what? They start messing around with the Temple Mount. They start messing with the Temple Mount. Book of Revelation, everything coming true. Holy crap. Uniting the Arabs against the West. It's just all over. So, again, something to look out for. And again, watch for that earthquake in California the next couple of days. Oh, mama. Andrew Spanton, Global Markets Radio. Hey, we'll be trading while it's all happening. No problem. Live in my chat room. Try my product. 1 week free trial. Info at globalfxradio.com. Andrew Spanton, the only voice you'll ever need, who truly loves to make you money. Have a good week. Look for more yen weakness, yen carry to the moon. Bye-bye.